Here's a topic I wanted to bring up that you'll probably never hear about. Feelings and emotions were not created only for human beings because the species that have been here for billions of years have feelings and emotions, whether you realize it or not, whether you accept it or not, whether you believe it or not. That's irrelevant. The truth is that a mother gazelle watches her baby be eaten by a pride of lions, and of course she's distraught and terrorized, brokenhearted. You know, that's suffering and sorrow, everything that you would go through. But people seem to think that feelings and emotions are only reserved for human beings, like God created them just for you. It's not the truth. So they have their own way of healing and recovering. And some of them never will. They will carry that trauma with them of witnessing their child being eaten alive by a bunch of carnivores and predators. But they process that in their own way, in ways in which nobody will ever understand. So you got to really get into the depth of God, because feelings and emotions were not created for human beings. You're not the only ones that have them. Just like sexual pleasure. Every creature enjoys sex. They actually moan during sex. And this has been going on for billions of years. So again, sex was not created for human beings to just enjoy. I know human beings love to think that they're on this pretentious perch, like you're better than everybody else because you have cell phones, the internet, and technology. It's not the case. The source has been the source for all eternity. And human beings are the youngest, so everything that's been established for you has already been given to others, way before the inception of humanity. So you got to really come correct with these things and realize that. So when a mother bear watches her cub get hit by a car, of course she's brokenhearted, but it's something that you'll never understand. It's something that you will never be able to comprehend. Something that you will never be able to get inside of. You can't associate your mentality with the mentality of another, especially another that isn't a human being. They love like you love. They feel like you feel. They have emotions. They express them. They get angry, happy. They have an ego like everybody else. Of course they do. They get jealous, envious, petty, insecure. Absolutely. So this has got to be clearly understood that these things are not reserved only for human beings. That's why I always say, when I say not just human beings, when I use those words, when I say God is a creator of all creation, not just human beings, because you're the youngest here. So everything that you experience was set here in creation for them, way before you. So you really got to understand what's going on here. Everything that you've been told in this world is a lie. I keep saying it. It's not your fault. You come here as a child. You don't know anything. So you ask your parents and they tell you in the beginning stages, because you have to understand your childhood is the foundation upon which the remainder of your natural life shall be built upon. So that's why they get you early. That's why they get you young. They fill your energy field that you call your mind, which is not the truth, with all of this misinformation and disinformation and erroneous, fallacious instructions and directions and all of this education and all the knowledge and everything. It's just useless tools. And they know it. They don't step up and say, hey, guess what? You're a cosmic being. You can transmute any energy into any other energy that you want. You don't hear them saying that. You don't hear them saying, this is just a holographic illusion that you were sent here just to test, for energy manipulation and see how good you are as an alchemist. You don't hear them say that. They tell you, what do you want to be when you grow up? A fireman or a nurse or a doctor? Or do you want to get married? Do you want to be a movie star? That's what you hear. That reinforces the narrative. So all of the information they're putting into your energy field, that is what you're going to refer to when all of these physical observations pop up and go, oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so I was told, well, this is a tree and that's a school bus and that's the sun and this is the wind, and everything lines up perfectly inside that vibrational environment that they created and control. So you have to understand the dynamic at play here. You've been basically dropped into like a dome of illusions, and they're projecting all of these holograms. Then you're like, well, what's that? Well, we already told you what that is. You shouldn't ask. The fear that they have is that you break an opening in the wall of that illusional barrier, and you start looking outside, and like, wait a minute, what is that? Oh, well, that's extraterrestrial. That's paranormal. That's supernatural. That's cryptozoological. That's mythological. That's imaginary. That doesn't exist. You just ignore that. It's a weather balloon. No, nothing to see here, folks. Just go back to your daily lives. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of everything. That's what's going on. They've made you think that human beings are the only ones who are capable of love, only ones capable of having feelings and emotions, all of these things. None of it's true. The thing that I love is that these people, like these dog trainers and these people that train animals, are like, the dog is wagging its tail. Oh, what does that mean? Oh, that means he's happy. How do you know? Do you speak dog? How do you know what he's doing and what he's feeling and how he's expressing himself? There's no human being that speaks dog. People speak telepathically to these animals, absolutely. In that sense, yes. But 9 times out of 10, the remainder of the people that are dog trainers, they don't know what they're talking about. I'll give you an example. Birds and cats and dogs, they know what you're saying, but you don't know what they're saying when they talk. Like if you go outside and listen to birds chirping, that's a completely different language that is foreign to human beings. No human being in the world knows what those birds are saying, but they know what you're saying. Now wrap your head around that level of intelligence. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you're really dealing with. You're dealing with source, man. You know, cats watch you. Cats are sentient creatures. Does they say black cat is evil? That's a crock. That's a crock. They've attached the word black to anything. It instantaneously assumes a negative connotation. That's programming. Black on the outside doesn't mean a freaking thing. It's the energy that the animal is comprised of that is the only thing that matters. Just like people. Cats are sentient creatures. They are guardians against the underworld. When a cat rubs on you, they're actually removing your negativity. And if you find that you have a cat that sits in a specific spot in your home, they're actually covering a portal and filtering out all the negativity and only allowing the positive energy to channel into your environment. That's what's going on. So you have black cats are evil. Garbage. Absolute garbage. You never hear them say white is evil, right? You never hear them say white is evil. Of course not. That's why I say, when you go to the doctor, what color is his lab coat? White, because they want you to associate white with healing and purity and safety. What color is a judge's robe? And there's your answer. It's all subliminal programming, man. You know, so they make you believe that you're the only one with feelings and emotions, and you're the only one capable of loving and having pleasure during sex, and all that. It's just for human beings, just us. You know, this earth was created for just people. You know, come on. It's silly at this point. So just recognize there's things that you can't comprehend, and you shouldn't even try. You know, but feelings and emotions are not reserved just for human beings. They've been created for everybody, and not just mammals. Everything that you call amphibians and reptiles and rocks and the wind, they all have feelings and emotions. It's just a different type of life form that you can't understand. A tree has feelings and emotions. When you cut them down, they scream. You know? They're living and breathing entities. Everything is alive. Every part of you is a separate universe. Every cell, every fiber of your being, everything is a separate universe unto itself, formulating a collective. And it goes on forever. In both directions, macrocosmic and microcosmic. That is the power of God. You know, everything is living and breathing. Everything has life. Carrots. If you eat a carrot, you've just killed something. You know, it's of equal value in life as a cow, a pig, a horse, or anything else. Chickens. To eat a chicken is the same as to eat fruits and vegetables because they are all living and breathing and they all have a life and they all deserve to live. But unfortunately, life eats life to live. Something must die in order to allow something else to live. That sacrificial element must give its life force to the one consuming it in order for the one consuming it to perpetuate its own lifespan. That's just the way God designed it. It's just straight truth. So, I mean, there's so many things that they won't, actually, there's everything they won't tell you about. You know, this video is just a reminder of that. You know, don't think that these things are just reserved for people. They're not. You know, feelings and emotions, love, sexual pleasure, compassion, kindness, all of this. These things have been around way before human beings were created. So this video is specifically designed to get you to rethink your ink upon the pages that have been written as the narrative of your life, because you need to erase that garbage. That's all a bunch of lies right there, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. That's straight truth.